Los Angeles Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Yellow Jackets will put total leather to crank us up. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He gets a block. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. So the USC Trojans offense takes the field. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Escapes the sack. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He chucks one out to the right. Underneath toast of coverage, got it deep downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. From the red zone, looking for a space. Complete. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game. He's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And he's got it! Touchdown, USC!
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculate it down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, and they get paid.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So Georgia Tech's offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He makes a catch. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, running back gets the give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes underneath.
On second down, looking again to throw. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. He's going to run it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive. Got
his man on the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Yellow Jackets want to crank the tempo. The RPO, it's complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And now on second down for this offense. Here's the handoff. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
Georgia Tech, 0.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Oh, the ball's on the ground. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. The Yellow Jackets will punt it away on fourth down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something.
Hits the accelerator to the right. The 20. Touchdown, Trojans! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. This offense... going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, we should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Getting some heat. Safe completion on the screen.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. He's looking to throw it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It's complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
At the 25-yard line.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking to move it through the air. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
He finds his man. Touchdown, Trojans. Reeled it in and just made the house call. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Georgia Tech, 0.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Makes the grab on the left.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
From the gun on third down. Took a shot as he threw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Trojans racing to the line in a hurry-up. Looking to go up top on first down. He's going to take off. He scrambled forward and got a view and turned that into a positive play. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On second down, just keeps firing. Zings it complete to the right. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. That is no good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns and 21 points. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They'll throw it on first down. A strike downfield. There he goes down the right side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And the comeback is on. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for it.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's going to throw deep right side. It's complete. A huge pickup. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Trojans line up to punt it away. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. First down for this offense. They'll try the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Defense might bring the house here. The give to the back. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Pressure coming. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. And the Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Sanders. They make the stop, but the sweet pull and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Man, I tell you what, this guy's making a name for himself. 2 sacks last week. He's got 2 today already. He is terrorizing quarterbacks.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. They're throwing for it on fourth down. He'll take another shot here. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And they swarm him under. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead down a little further. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Slater. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. He makes the connection. No chance to run, but still a good game. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Got his man down the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He wants to throw. Going for it all. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And here they come, almost all the way back.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. From the gun to give, looking for room. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. One step wrap, two step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third and long, he has to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that one got away from the quarterback. They've got the lead, but it's not by much. You just can't make mental mistakes like that. The football never should have gone to that intended target, and the defense makes them pay.
Oh, picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You can tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
They'll try the right side. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Trojans are in the hurry-up. Sends it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
And they're going to try to convert on 4th down. 1 for 2 so far today. Wide receiver shows motion. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Makes the grab at the 10. They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened at